I'll never forget the day my coach said, "On our next call, I want you to be prepared to tell your story, the trauma, the recovery, and what you're doing now in 2, not more than 3 minutes." At that moment, I couldn't even imagine that was possible. You see, my story is a 45-year journey. How could I possibly tell my story in as little as 2 minutes? I spent 2 full weeks reviewing all our story classes, spent hours trying to write up a 2-minute story. Finally, I used an example that our coach had used with someone else and adapted it to my story. I thought if it grabbed attention for someone else's story, it would grab attention for me. I was nervous as I got on the call, and then I thought, how bad can this be? We're on the phone. I can read my story to her. Much to my surprise, my coach said, "Linda, I want you to close your computer and turn over your paper. Now tell me your story. If every word doesn't grab me, I will stop you." Since I'd memorized the first line, I quickly rattled it off. She said, "Stop!" Then, in an instant, gave me a line that brought me right to tears. It was a difficult session, and frankly, everything inside of me screamed, "Put down the phone. You don't have to go through this." But I knew I couldn't. After getting off that call and catching my breath, I realized I had learned the transformational power of story. How exactly that happened, I couldn't tell you. But what I can tell you is that I had never told my story the same again. I had learned the secret to taking someone from just meeting them to a deep level of trust within minutes. Impacting lives through story is one of the most powerful secrets we will disclose at Wealth Through Stories Live. You can apply this secret to building an instant trust and credibility with someone you've never met before, taking a mediocre relationship to becoming an extraordinary relationship, or taking a potential lead to becoming a paying client. Wealth Through Stories Live is only a few days away. Let me ask you, what is keeping you from the #1 tool that can transform your business? If you miss this opportunity to use story in your business, what will you be missing out on? It's easy to say, "I'll catch you next time, 6 months or a year from now," but seriously, I want you to consider how many people would miss out if they don't hear your story. In other words, how many people on an average do you talk to in 1 week? Now multiply that number by 4 to give you the number of people in a month. Every person you speak to is your new platform. If you don't share your story every day in one way or another, you are missing the biggest opportunity to impact other lives. Don't put this off. Go to wealththroughstories.com, click on the story retreat, and sign up now. How many people do you think you could connect with in 1 month? Write down a number. I'll be looking for you at Wealth Through Stories Live. Hope to see you soon.